My name is Reverend Raja Zamarandi, and I'm a Wakwatang of the Lamami clan. And my wife is also like a her Mari clan is Lamami clan. And we are asking, we're not asking for you guys to support us to start this native title process so we can work things out once and for all.
Hi, my name is Kendall Trudgeon. I am a community development worker, community educator, and an Australian nationally accredited mediator. Since 2014, I've been working with the groups making up the Gove Peninsula Native Title Society as a process advocate. I am the contact person for this fundraising campaign. Please donate to this project. It will be the first stage in an ongoing action, but will directly enable the Gove Peninsula Native Title Society to first publish their story and make a native title claim application, beginning a process that we are hopeful will bring some peace, justice, harmony, and self-determination to the Gove Peninsula and Yolngu lands. The Gove Peninsula is part of the Yolngu Nation's country, located in the northeast of a region called Arnhem Land. This here is Darwin, the capital city of the Northern Territory of Australia, and this here is Yolngu country, adjacent the Gulf of Carpentaria. Yolngu country covers this whole region. And this is the Gove Peninsula. This picture was designed by a Yolngu leader, Mr. D. Gaikamangu, who recently passed on. It relates to the important issue of colonial takeover in Yolngu lands and how this is an active process of pushing one ethnicity's law and governance out to the fringes and centralising the coloniser's own. Law and governance is the systematic and structural means used to maintain organised societies, and its loss means a disenfranchisement of the people, the loss of a society's common identity and means of self-determinative ability. Arguably, the loss of a society's law and governance is another way of referring to cultural genocide. So, although this project is about the protection of land rights, those rights are founded on Yolngu law. So this project is also about the protection of Yolngu law and governance, and subsequently, the Yolngu Nation's ability to remain themselves and to have a future as a collective. Yolngu land is protected under two acts of the Australian Parliament, the Aboriginal Land Rights Act 1976 and the Native Title Act 1993. The Aboriginal Land Rights Act is centred around two aspects: respect for what they call traditional Aboriginal owners, something determined by Yolngu law, and the Aboriginal process of governance for consent. Neither of these things can be undermined if one is to gain legal use of land in Aboriginal country within the Northern Territory of Australia. The Native Title Act is based loosely on the same agenda. For example, the Kimberley Land Council says, Native title is a recognition that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people have rights and interests to land and waters according to their traditional law and customs. By bureaucratic practicalities and in the absence of a native title tribunal determination or any other court determination of land ownership, the status of traditional Aboriginal owner on the Gove Peninsula has been a decision made by the federal statutory body called the Northern Land Council. For over 40 years, the members of the Gove Peninsula Native Title Society have been trying to correct this agency's errors through conciliatory means. 40 years is surely enough time to prove that agency's recalcitrance, leaving a native title claim as a legitimate next step. Moreover, a legal process will immediately provide positive avenues for dispute and argument rather than what is the case now, where things are open to arbitrary rule and abuses of power. A strong barrier to attempts to correct errors is the political power lined up to resist peacemaking. Not only is the Northern Land Council blocking conciliatory outcomes, there is an aligned intent from any number of government bodies and corporate interests to ensure no change. After all, these interests have received mining leases, any number of small land use agreements, a 99-year township lease, and generally access for business ventures. These groups outpay the Gove Peninsula Native Title Society, ensuring they are barred from the table. Your donations are needed to equal the playing field and overcome the political barriers placed before the people by government and corporate interests. That is why this picture is so relevant At the core of the issue is the attempted takeover of one society's way of life over another, the attempted replacement of an Anglo-American way of life of the allodial nation's law and governance. The Yolngu nation is at serious risk. So what is the current idea of traditional Aboriginal ownership? The Northern Land Council divides ownership on the Gove Peninsula like this. Roughly, it is a binary determination, with the assertion that the Ridjingal clan own the northern section of this map, while Gumach clan have tenure over the southern part. The two red dots represent a newer acknowledgement, whereby through the 2011 mining lease, Gulpul clan has been acknowledged as owners for these small plots. This determination is disagreeable because it is not based on Yolngu law. For one, it uses only clans as a basis for ownership, when Yolngu law also has a land and sea owning group known as a ringich, interpreted to mean a clan alliance group. There is also a national grouping made of Dua Yiditja moieties, a common system of law called Madayan, and a common language. This is the Yolngu nation. The government version of land ownership is essentially overly simple, restricted to the level of clans, which creates compounded errors. Furthermore, the Northern Land Council refuses to operate within the bounds of Yolngu governance for consultation, leading to corruption. For example, Jagamir or caretaker clans are crucial in the management and oversight of Yolngu land use, but they are not land-owning clans. On the Gove Peninsula, the government agency, the Northern Land Council, has designated these caretakers, the Gumach clan and the Ridjingal clan, as traditional Aboriginal owners, which is in error. Another example of error is that affected community consultations are practically limited to information sessions only, rather than anything deliberative. Yet a further example is that the method of consultation is often dominated by ethnocentric ideas of tribal governance. This means that land use agreements might be currently signed off using methods like agreement by a general gerontocracy, a principal family, a strongman, or even an incorporated body. These methods are not Yolngu governance based and improper. All these issues would be addressed in a native title claim via the Native Title Tribunal. Instead, a land ownership map for the Gove Peninsula might look something more like this. This map shows the rough boundaries of the three most prominent traditional Aboriginal owner groups, represented in the Gove Peninsula Native Title Society. Here we see the Lumami clan estate, represented by the white, the Dudi Jumbapungal clan estate represented by the black, and a group of Durili clan alliance places represented by the red. Within and surrounding these general borders, there is also dozens of other Ringich clan alliance places, which should be acknowledged. The Society's land claim, as a native title ruling would be, is based on the whole Yolngu law and governance. It respects the parameters set out in LORE law, official song and dance, in the lawful paintings and artefacts, and the traditional structures of authority maintained through Yolngu institutions. It puts all this information together as it is reflected in country. This project will succeed with your help. It will help to rend a hole in the circle in this picture, bringing the rule of Yolngu law back to the centre where it should be for a healthy, self-determinative society. This project will repair old wounds and set the Gove Peninsula onto a renewed pathway toward unity and development by the people, not by self-interested colonial entities. This project gains Australian recognition for Yolngu law and governance, and thereby will help save the Yolngu way of life. Please donate and please share this fundraising effort with others. We are maintaining information through our Facebook page, fb.me/Yolngu